Nakato, Bella from EnviriZaNacho, and I'm here to tell you about what you should expect when doing a trim. First of all, trimming natural hair is a professional service, and it's one you shouldn't take lightly at home. We have people who are always try to DIY, but trimming natural hair isn't something you should really aim to DIY more than once or when in a pinch. Here's what to expect when you go to a salon. They're going to ask you, number one, would you mind if your hair can be stretched? That means blow dry, or if you want to wear a smooth style, maybe flat ironing. So once they ask you, don't be like, oh my god, what's happening? But make sure you have your heat protectant, something like this that will protect your hair, be a barrier against the heat on deck. If you know your salon doesn't have it, always carry your own just to be safe and secure. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. Now let's talk about your hair and how to identify that it needs a trim. If the comb passes through painfully through the ends, if they are jagged and they're not even, also sometimes if your hair seems so like your bottom is thick and your ends are really thin, that sort of shows you that you need a trim. But now most of you haven't had trims in like 5 years, so now if you haven't had a trim in a long time, you will need to have a cut and a shape. So that's why you realize that when you put your afro hair in a puff, it doesn't create a nice round shape. It will be jagged all over the place. So focus on actually making sure that not only do they give you a trim where they cut off the tips or the ends, but also give you a shape, so they maintain the shape. Okay, so now first things first, if you've been doing your trimming from home, you've been using the wrong scissor, unless you've been using a professional shear. Invest in getting one if you really can't make your way to a salon, or if you need to cut your hair at home. Also take note of what they use in the salon. Are they using something professional? Is it sharp? Do not use tailor's shears, do not use paper scissors to cut your hair. Not only will that cause more split ends, but it will cause extra damage. So this is, we can compare this to the scissors usually people have. So usually this is the scissor you have. This scissor is good for cutting extensions. We would not advise at EnviriZaNacho for you to use this scissor for your hair. It's going to create more split ends. Look for an actual professional shear so you can get the results you actually want. Okay, then most of you are really against stretched hair, especially blow drying, but blow drying helps someone see the actual shape of your hair. So someone will say, but no, you're a natural hair care salon, I'm on a no heat regimen and I still want a trim. Can't you cut my hair in twists? Unfortunately not, because of shrinkage. Now if you look at your hair and maybe you have many different textures, some of you this part is shorter, some of you this part is longer, sometimes the back grows much faster than the front, so it's better to stretch out the hair so you can actually see the length and then give you a healthy cut where we're not sacrificing your length. If you've been twisting your hair to cut it, you're cutting your length. So take note of that and first stretch out the hair in a blowout, look at the actual shape, and then actually have a professional give you your trim and then your shape. So what you need post-care at home after a trim, you need a spray bottle, you need your good leave-in conditioner, and you're good to go. Of course, that's after you've shampooed and done everything. So you'll find it easier for your combs. You have maybe a detangling brush to go through the ends because you don't have those scraggly, knotted ends. Okay, so how often should you get a trim? It varies. If your hair goals are length retention, then of course you definitely know that you're going to stagger them throughout the year. So, but at least every 4 months, get a trim. And try to get a trim with a professional who is not scissor happy. Of course, the first time now, if you've had damage for 5 years, they'll give you a cut because maybe you have a lot of damaged hair. But now if it's been like maybe 3 months or so, you'll have a dusting where they just remove the tips and maintain your shape. So that's something for you to consider. So some of you will have trims 4 times a year, some of you twice a year, and if you like braids and protective styles and really do loose, really protective styles, you might have to do twice. It's Bella from EnviriZaNacho, and we look forward to seeing you here.
you will